Hi, I'm Nicola Cairncross.
Hi, hello, hey, hi.
I'm going to talk to you about success. Yes.
Hi, it's Nicola here and welcome back to the Vzine. I'm indoors today, as you can see, because it's been rather a busy week and I keep forgetting to do this, not least because the camera battery ran out and I had to give it a bit of a recharge. Spring's come to Stoupa. It's amazing because last year it was so damn cold. It was the coldest winter for 20 years. And this year it's already end of January, beginning of February, feeling warm. Actually, for 3 days this week, the sun's been really warm and all the wildflowers are starting to come out. I'm not counting my chickens, even though there are plenty of chickens around here to count, because you never know, it might turn cold. In fact, it's supposed to be rainy at the weekend. But over that shoulder there, you can see quite a well-stocked wood pile and quite a nice wood-burning stove, which keeps me good and cosy, as does the blanket that Phoebe got me for my birthday. So every time I feel a bit chilly, I just wrap up in that. So yeah, it's all good here. What's happened this week? We're a bit of excitement this week. Write Club, the podcast, my fellow writing ladies in Stoupa. One of them won the Telegraph Travel Award. You can enter the Telegraph Travel Writing Competition every week, and she won £250, which is rather marvellous. And you only have to write 500 words about where you've just been. It's called the Just Back Travel Competition, so go and look for that online. And if you fancy yourself as a bit of a writer, why not have a go? Someone has to win every week. Teresa's story was great though. If you want to hear it, just come along to writeclubthepodcast.com and you will find it. In the meantime, let's get on with the show, shall we? So this week I wanted to talk about something a little bit out of my usual comfort zone, which is woo-woo. I've been reading, on the recommendation of Judith, a book called Create the Impossible by Michael Neill. Now, Michael Neill was one of the first ever really well-known life and business coaches, and he's very, very good indeed. And he has created a book that's a 90-day challenge. Now, I quite like 90-day challenges because they're all broken down into tiny little steps and you just have to make sure that you do the one thing every day. And interestingly, one of the things he suggests doing is actually meditating for 5 minutes every day, except he doesn't call it that, he calls it taking 5. And basically, before you read day 11 or whatever day you're on, you just sit and concentrate on your breathing for 5 minutes and really calm down and bring yourself down to a place where you're ready to receive the next day's wisdom. It's all about releasing your creativity, and I'm finding it really, really good. And it's about opening yourself up to the possibility that your subconscious might create little miracles. And so I got to about day 3 or 4 and I thought, I've done something like similar to this, so I jumped on to day 5. I'm a bit naughty like that. And one of the things that happened to me during this week was that I had to decide on a big impossible goal, one that would make you feel a bit sick inside if it, the possibility that it might actually come true. So one of my goals I set, I actually haven't decided between 2 rather good ones. And one of them was to have a 6-figure book deal for my first science fiction novel that I'm writing. Now, let me joke you not, I've written about 5,000 words on this thing, so I need about another 90,000 to go. So it's very far away from even being remotely ready to show anyone, let alone get a book deal. But one of the magical things that happened as I got stuck into Michael Neill's book was one of my ex-clients called Anne Walsh, thank you Anne if you're watching, she sent me an email saying, I know you're writing a sci-fi novel, I don't know how she knew, but she did, and she said, I've just come across this link to an agent, because you need an agent before you can get a publisher, an agent who is looking for sci-fi novelists, new books. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. So I clicked through on that, and not on that page, but on a couple of clicks following that, I found a neat little top 10 list of the best top 10 science fiction agents in the UK. Now that was marvellous because I've been looking for a collated list like that, and I keep giving up because all the agents are listed by alphabetical name of the company or their alphabetical name, or they don't say specifically which agents deal with sci-fi at a particular agents. So I was very, very thrilled to find this list, and that was my first little miracle. Actually, a couple more have happened since then. I'm only on day 11. So I would highly recommend this book to you. Michael Neill, Creating the Impossible. Go and check it out on Amazon. It's available on Kindle. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And what it's making you do, rather than making you think about things that are a bit esoteric and a little bit difficult to think about, you know, like fairies and magic and all that stuff, it just talks about you relying on your own inner creativity, but that you've got to get into a calm, sensible place. You've got to be brave enough to think of a big enough goal to get your subconscious excited, and then you've just got to take small daily actions to move yourself towards this big impossible goal. And the fact that it's not religious, the fact that it's not too woo-woo, the fact that it's quite practical sounding in its delivery meant that I was able to absorb that, and I was willing to have a go. So it's opened up my subconscious, it's opened up my mind quite a lot. It's making me feel very, very creative, not just around the sci-fi book. It's helping me write daily emails to my mailing list. And in fact, someone replied the other day and said how much they were enjoying my emails, so thank you for that. So anyway, yeah, it's a really cool little book, and I would really go and check it out if I were you. And if you do, let me know in the comments above on the blog or below on the YouTube or Facebook if you enjoyed it, what's happened to you, what little miracles you're experiencing, and just let me know what you think of it. And I'll pass it on to Judith, who was the one who recommended it to me in the first place. Hope that helps get your creativity flowing, and I talk to you again next week. Okay, so on the blog and the podcast this week, a bit of a big announcement to make here. I have been chosen as one of the 3 featured experts at the International Coach Federation annual conference, which is happening on May the 8th in London, and I think it's at City Hall, but don't take my word for that. Go and check it out. It's on nicolacairncross.com/blog. I'll be sitting on the experts panel and hosting a breakout session on how to be everywhere online, which is pretty much my main focus nowadays. Judith's books came out just before Christmas, and now the Kindle version is out as well, and she's organised a blog fest, so she's getting everyone to write a blog post called How I Do My Business My Way, and then we're all linking back to her website with those words, and it's all 52 people have answered questions that she's answered in the book, and 52 different people have arranged to write a blog post, so you can go and read my story of how I started my business my way and how I've done it for the last 22 years over on nicolacairncross.com/blog. Episode 165 of ownitthepodcast.com. Judith and I are talking about how to design supportive environments, how to make things easier, how to make yourself accountable, how to not spend the whole week dodging recording your Vzine content, but I tell you, if it's down to me, I still wouldn't have done it. It's only because Phoebe started popping up going, where is it? Because she wants to do it by Saturday. In fact, that's probably her right now. So go to ownitthepodcast.com/165 and you'll find us talking about how to make things easier to get the things you really want to do actually done. And that's pretty much it for this week. So I hope you have a fantastic week. Just want to let you know that if you want to chat about your marketing and your business, just come along. My diary's open at the moment, nicolacairncross.com/diary, and book yourself in for a 30-minute chat about your business, your marketing, and I'll see what I can do to help you. I promise you, I'll come up with loads of ideas for your business. So that's me done. See you later. Bye.